Greetings, everybody. As we are getting started with things, I'm sending out a tweeterami right now. So we will get people knowing that we are live. Get the folks in here. Good Guy Pie. Bird versus Plane. Alicia. Jeanette. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our friends over at Cloak and Blaster. And I forgot to put the address on my tweet. Darn it. Pro streamer here. Pro streamer. Yep. Totally forgot to, tell you how you can get to us. Twitch.com/TallSquall. Because I am a pro streamer. And I get to put the picture back up. How's everyone doing? I wish there was a way to just reuse all the things, but it just doesn't let you do it. Dragons. Danny. Jeanette. Alicia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Take 2. Try that again. Hey, how's everyone doing out there? Sorry about that. As I was getting my stuff in order and all those things. Bird versus Plane has turned into a cat, apparently. A very awesome looking cat, though. But, yeah. Oh, it's going to be a fun episode today. Should be. Hey, Tetrick. Doing good. Doing really good. Howdy to everybody out there. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We have some of our great fan art that is over there in the slideshow that people have done of our campaign, which is awesome. Viridian, how you doing? And we have our donation box down below where we're just a little ways away from our goal of $600 this month for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, so that's pretty darn cool. And yeah, so we got a party that's split, but we have got them back together now. Well, they aren't back together, but we aren't doing split sessions this time. We did it last time so that they didn't just have to sit around and wait on stream while the other party was doing their things, as theoretically they should get back together. Going to be on a DM workshop today. Nice. So, well, we have Learn by Play, and we finished the campaign, so it's going to be an all question and answer session about DMing and running the game. So that's pretty cool. We have a game here today, which is the Vice campaign, but we don't actually go live until 2 o'clock. I just like to talk to everyone while we're waiting. I hope that went out right as saying what the name of the game was. Yep, cool. And so, yeah, that's what's going on with us. And then tomorrow morning, I will be doing DM's Desk, which is me prepping for the next session, or beginning the prep for the next session based on all the crazy stuff that my party's going to get up to, because we know they will. D-Bally in the house. And, yeah. Yeah. Whoops, I forgot to do the countdown. So in about 10 minutes, I should get the countdown up. Stand by. I can even do this thing. Look at that. There we go. So yeah, the game will start here in 9 minutes, 2 o'clock, and then it is a 3-hour session. So it lasts from 2 Eastern till 5 Eastern. So, but while you're waiting, if you have any questions, I certainly can answer them if it's a quickie about DMing or prepping or campaign stuff in general. Hey, Lightfingery, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Thank you for spending your time with us today. As I know there's lots of other things happening for most people as it's summertime now. Of course, for some of us, it's summertime, and it means that at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you get the heck inside, or else you melt. You melt and or fry, or both. I'm sorry. Oh, did you go to the crazy party, or hear about the crazy party? All I know is he's got black nails and guy liner on. So. Well, I've been playing. Well, there was a giant gap in between, but I started playing back in 2nd edition 20 some odd years ago, but then didn't play for, 15, 18 years, and then just got back into 5th edition probably 2 years ago. In fact, I can even tell you because my anniversary of my first 5th edition stream was 22 months ago, and I had started playing in just a Roll20 game a little bit before that. So yeah, so that's sort of my history. Yeah, I know. I saw it on his Instagram too, Viridian. Oh my God, not Thaco. No, I've gotten way too used to narrative style of 5e. I love it. And prepping for it is so much easier, and being able to sort of wing things. And certainly I don't know what I would do without D&D Beyond to keep me like, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm a huge D&D Beyond fan. I'm a huge, I love Roll20 for prep. Lots of stuff is drag and drop. There is stuff that isn't in there without buying their content, but I bought all of D&D Beyond. I bought like I forget what it's called, their founders package or whatever. It's their everything package. I mean, you have to do some scrape and paste, but it scrapes and pastes right in. It's certainly, if you buy the content on Roll20, it is then all drag and drop, which is certainly nice. But for me, I liked better having it in having the Roll20. I'm sorry, having the D&D Beyond be my digital repository of D&D content than it being in Roll20. But that's just me. And I mean, I know other people like it the exact opposite. But for me, I hadn't invested in digital books really either way. So I got to make the decision, and I decided when D&D Beyond came out that I went that direction. Other people already had lots of stuff, lots of investment into Roll20, so they went that direction. And some people do both, some people do neither. But yeah, dragging maps in, having things prepped, making handouts, making character sheets. Roll20 is just cake. A campaign or one shot for a first time DM. For me, Kobold Press prepared is incredible for that. It is. Here, I'll get you a link. They are great little easy things to do. They are easy to run. They are set up in a nice way so that they are runnable. And hey, look, right now it is even on sale. You can get the PDF for $4. Sorry, $5. So for $5, you can get this. There's 10 adventures in there. I'm sorry, actually 12 adventures in there. I actually, if you watch our session 1, uses one of these dungeons. I use it as part of our session that I sort of dressed up for our campaign. So if you want to see, there's where you can buy it. If you want to see one of those actually run, you can take a look at our episode 1 on our YouTube, and you can see the link down below for our YouTube and see how I ran it in my own homebrew world and made it work for us. So, huge fan. Fantasy Grounds is not bad. It is a very powerful tool. I think it is better used. It's better used in a non-stream environment for Fantasy Grounds. It's a little bit cumbersome for streaming, whereas I think Roll20 is much more stream friendly. But powerful tool set. There's a lot more things you can do. Specifically when you have players who are not necessarily either live videoing in or audioing in, that you're literally playing it just through sort of the chat. I think that takes care of a lot of stuff. Fantasy Grounds is definitely more powerful, I think, than Roll20, but it also is a lot harder to just really run on the fly. I am sure people who get good at it can do it. I have tried a couple times to set things up on it and have not been. It's just I've ended up going back to Roll20. To me, the benefits in the game environment do not outweigh the drawbacks in the stream environment, if that makes sense. But again, that's just me. Much better. So, but yeah, no, a great, powerful tool set. Lots of people use it. Let's see if our cast has gathered. It looks like they are all here. Let me just let them know we're going to go live in about 2 minutes, guys and gals. Exactly, Salt Lord. That's sort of how I am. Fantasy Grounds is just has a lot more things that you can do it, a lot more power. I mean, you can chat in languages, all that kind of stuff, and which is nice. But for the stream environment, I prefer Roll20. There you go. And getting down to the 1 minute mark. Sprocketeer. Yeah, you're watching them just fine. Unfortunately, you actually have to participate to get the fitness part out of it, Sprocketeer. Yeah, if y'all haven't been watching me with D&D Fitness, that's been a fun little side thing that kind of took off, where I've been rolling in some dice for different exercises to do 3 times a week, and it's been fun. It's been kind of cool. But yeah, so anyway, looks like we don't have a Jeanette quite yet, but we're going to go ahead and swap on over and get our cast on here and get our introductions going. About 30 seconds. I will see you guys over on the other side. And we are going live.
Way too much catnip.
And here's the gang all here. How's everyone doing today? I've got, of course, move you guys all around to your places, and I'll move around again once Jeanette gets here. But until then, we can go ahead and start introducing each other and who we are and what we're doing. I need to get rid of that. And I will move folks around. But Templar Warden with the sub. So let's go ahead and start with, wow, I've got people in really weird places. Let's put Luna up first.
Hello, everyone. It is I, NNG9. I play Luna, a water genasi monk, whose hands and feet are free, so people are gonna die.
Next up, we have Templar Warden.
Hello, I am Templar Warden. I will be playing the excitable, dangerous, tabaxi wizard, hidden by Axel, who is unaware of what is happening elsewhere in the world, just like me, because I haven't watched the video yet, because that's how I roll.
There you go. Next up, we have Iskrin.
Hello, everyone. How are we all doing tonight? I don't know why I did that, but fight me IRL. I am playing Iskrin, the Eladrin Warlock, and he's invisible, and he's going to go steal some things. Well, he's going to take back some things. But I am Dragons and Cats, all the way from down under, mate. How you going? And this is going to be a good session, I hope.
That's the idea. Next up, we have Tunarth.
Hello, I am Tunarth. I am playing Cal the Wood Elf Druid, who's seems like eternally conflicted about. There's always something with him. So yeah, we're stuck at the bottom, waiting to go up with the orcs that we hired.
You did indeed.
And, yeah, so there'll be things
And stuff
happening.
and things.
And my apologies to everyone for last week. I am on a new computer and had a fresh install, and I had not unchecked the box that had Roll20 automatically adjusting my volume.
Ah, that's what was
And
going
so
on.
I would adjust it, and it would adjust it back. It's like, no, over here. No, over. No. Do what I say. But it didn't. But now it will.
There
Because
you
I
go.
changed it by checking the box or unchecking it or whatever. Anyway, next.
Next up, we have Good Guy Pie.
I am Good Guy Pie. Been great, been wonderful, and I'm glad that everyone is here. And I will be playing Luck Goldheart, Adventure Extraordinaire, and all the way from Elevation Pit. We're on the elevator. Nothing could go wrong. Absolutely nothing. There is no people are going to
It's going to be just peachy. And last but not least, after a little hiatus, we have Bird vs. Plane.
Hey, I'm Bird vs. Plane. I'll be playing Iskathol, the half-elf bard / gunslinger. And last I left off, we had this plan forming that I thought was pretty good. I'm assuming it went off without a hitch, right? Right?
Right. Exactly
Kind of
according to plan. Everything's perfect.
I'm very glad to be back. I am so stoked for the Vice, and officially my mom is out of the hospital and recovering at home. So
Woohoo!
I should be back indefinitely.
Awesome. That is great news. Thanks for sharing, Bird. Anyway, I am Tall Squall. I am your host and your DM for The Vice. A little bit about our channel. If this is your first time here, we do run our channel 100% for charity. This month, we are raising for the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. It is a charity that's very near and dear to my heart. My aunt lived with Parkinson's for over 20 years, and they are out to make folks living with Parkinson's lives much easier, and also to eventually find a cure is their mission. If you are able to donate, that is great. You can donate by clicking on the logo down below, and you can go into our little shopping list. Everything from a single dollar, which goes into our spell bank, which builds up to eventually get our party members higher and higher level scrolls that they can use each month, or all the way up to a boon that you can give to them at our $50 level this month. Also, if you aren't able to donate, you can actually click on their name inside of the text. It's a link to their site. You can find out about their volunteer opportunities that might be in your area, or just find out more about Parkinson's and how you can and what all they're doing to try to find a cure for it. With all of that, unless we got any other announcements, we will just jump right on in back with the story of the Vice. Last week we had a split session because, as folks were alluding to, half of the party, consisting of Kel, Luck, and Axel, were at the bottom of a 4,000-foot cliff that basically's only access to the top of it from this location is via a large lift that can take folks from the town below all the way up to sort of a receiving area at the top. Unbeknownst to the party, there was sort of a nefarious things happening in the town where a changing of the guards led to a unguarded village at the top, and the party, wanting to get to the top as quickly as possible, made a deal with said nefarious folks, who quickly turned on them at the top, which resulted in the folks who had ridden up with them, which was Iska, Iskren, Cilia, and Luna, being captured. They are currently were being held in a large, huge hangar-type area that the party has discovered was once used for building the airships that no longer fly the skies of Laragoth. They have, through some great rolls by Iska, getting 2 nat 20s in a roll to build a mouth harp instrument, and was able to cast one of her spells. Cilia, using her cursed ring, was able to use it to banish Iskren and Iska to a little demi-plane of the void, but resulted in releasing Iskren from his bonds so that he was able to cast spells and do things as our warlock. They are currently invisible, trying to at least locate where their items are being kept, because of course they were taken from them. While currently the party down below, in the synchronizing time-wise, have basically marched out of town very visibly, looking like they have had the better taken of them, and are making a long loop around to secretly go up in the last lift of the day with a group of orcs that they have hired. It is currently around 4:30, 4:45 in the afternoon. The lift for the party who's down below doesn't start coming up until 6 p.m. So they are still in the process of getting themselves sort of situated to sneak on. We've already played through how that went in the split session. But as we had a very abrupt ending last time, because I realized that I had another commitment that I had completely mistimed, we dropped off with, as I said, Iskren, Luna, and Cilia invisible, the sneaking with pass without a trace and invisibility, sneaking through this large hangar area, attempting to find their items. Iska has cast Rope Trick, one of her upgraded choruses of the Muses, which she has cast, which has an 8-hour duration. So she is hiding in a little pocket dimension, actually back in the cell they were being kept in. They have been noticed that they have escaped. The guards who were guarding them basically ran right by our invisible party members, and up ahead there is a large gathering. So with that, we will dive back in to Iska, Iskren, Luck, and Luna, as Iskren has just rolled a 18 on his Arcana and an 18 on his Perception checks, as he is using his Detect Magic sight from his Eldritch Invocation to see if he can locate their items. So, on those double 18s, Iskrin, up ahead of you, you see basically like a hot spot. It is not super bright, but it is certainly a sort of large deposit of magical energy. You can estimate that it is probably about the third or fourth alcove up ahead. As we described, this is a large hangar area, and down one of these long walls, which is almost 1,500 feet long, there are small alcoves that have offices, stables, barns, etc. in it. You guys have moved about 3 alcoves up from the place where you were being held, and there's still a lot of them ahead of you. Out probably almost 800 feet in front of you, you can still see the large opening of the hangar doors showing daylight outside. But currently where you're seeing this hot spot is about 3 or 4 alcoves ahead. But by your estimation, that takes you about 2/3 of the way closer to where you see this group of the Masked Dragon members sort of assembling, somewhat heightened alertness and a bit of a panic that that the prisoners seemed to be missing. That sort of huddle of them is about 300 feet in front of you. Beyond that, like I said, about another 300 to 400 feet are the large hangar doors there in front of you. So you are in this space. Part of the roof caved in, part of it shrouded in shadow. The three of you basically backs against the wall, holding hands, invisible as the guards have run past you. What would you guys like to do?
I first turn to, well, I just say, really in a very gentle whisper to both Luna and Celia, 3 to 4 alcoves ahead, towards the gathering. There seems to be a hot spot of magic. I'm not entirely sure if they're owls, but it'll be worth a shot to have a look. If you're willing to risk it. Combat's last resort.
Quick bit of confirmation. Once you are invisible in the, invisibility spell, do we have to stay by Iskrin in order to continue to benefit from it?
Nope.
I was looking at that. I think he touches you, and once it's cast, I don't think you have to remain touching. The trick is you can't see each other.
Yeah.
I think that was the main reason you all were holding hands before. It wasn't to keep the spell active. It was in order to not lose each other.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Because I'm just wondering, is it safer to maybe send, because Celia's the fast one, would it be safer to send her up ahead to that spot?
I mean, you do have to be within 30 feet of you to keep pass without a trace. So I think that's the other kicker with this.
Right. So I'm sure for her, is it better to send her ahead? She won't get past without a trace, but she can be in and out faster? And we can stay in the exact same spot, or should we all risk trying to all go so we can keep the pass without a trace?
It would be risky, but it might, as long as I hope as long as we travel slow while getting through it, hugging walls and being really careful, we might be able to get there. We might have a shot. I mean, we're at advantage and plus 10 for our stealth roll, meta speaking.
Okay, so we want to all go towards the hot spot.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
So, I need you all to roll me some stealth checks as you move forward. As I said, you are heading towards where these guards are, and you do see them looking around. But currently, no one seems. They're more in a how do we want to go about trying to find these people?
Sure.
Do
you want me to do Celia, or are you going to do it?
Actually, if you can, that would be great, just because I got lots of people I'm running today.
Yep. I rolled terrible for her, but that's okay. Hope for the best. So
Okay.
lowest is 20.
So we got a 22, a 26.
That's right.
Yep. So you got a 22, a 26, and a 28. Okay, who am I missing? There. It's you. So,
All right, so there's big group of people ahead.
Yep.
Guards ran towards them.
So, you guys are moving forward, and
I'm also keeping an eye out for the any other spellcasters coming past, running around as well, since it's all on high alert as well. I remember that from last session.
yep, you were. So go ahead and Iskrin, you can roll me a perception check as you are moving forward, specifically looking for some of those folks. Okay. On a 23, up ahead, and they're sort of silhouetted by the large double hanger doors of the sunlight coming in. You do see two shorter robed figures sort of come out and join the gathering. Now they sort of mix into the shadows, but they are definitely of a shorter height relative to the humans, and are more in the general scale of the kobolds that you saw before. In addition, everyone up to this point, even during your battle, you had seen with armor. On the 23, you notice there are two other tall robed and hooded figures as well, that you had not seen any time during the battle.
Alright, as we're walking over towards it, I do mention it as well. Kind of like Ishmael kind of grits his teeth. Kobold casters. Two of them ahead. Also two others, taller, robed figures. Casters as well. Do I know what kind of casters they would be? Like just from their aura? No?
Just that they're robed.
Alright. Yeah, just another two taller robed figures up ahead as well.
Yep. As you approach and get closer, and as you're whispering this on, you do see one of the figures, and again, in the silhouette's pretty easy to see, with a longbow across their back, step away from the group and look down in your direction. He seems very interested in your area, but doesn't seem to lock in on you guys specifically. As you approach this third alcove, you go past the first alcove, which is sort of deserted and has some rubble and ruins in it. And as you get to the second one, Iskrin, you can definitely see, you're starting to discern more of the magic items that you are familiar with. It does seem as though this hot spot is now resolving into your magic items. As you get closer, you do see that just inside that third alcove, where you're able to see through the wall their magical signature, there are two guards who are standing there, and there seems to be a third person who you're able to see because of their magical aura sitting at the table. Your items with that 23, I'm going to go with that 23 perception that you had. Your items, you can see, seem to have been sorted. There are 4 different piles there. Actually, you're able to see 3 different hot spots of piles. One which is a weaker, another one which is a much stronger signature, and then one that is obviously some of your weapons that are easy to discern from their shape. Things like Luna's quarterstaff, Celia's rapier, Celia's arbor, Iska's violin, the Hound Tongue whip, all seem to be sorted into their own separate pile. And you are seeing a figure. You can't tell what they're wearing because you're actually sort of seeing that aura detect magic sight on them. Seems to be sitting down within this room, sort of in front of the items that have been sorted out, and examining them.
Oh, okay. Once that guard kind of turns away, and I can see that we might be less out of earshot if he's going away, I am going to basically halt them by stop walking and just pulling on their shoulders gently and say, this alcove here, beyond it I can see our weapons have been categorized. It seems like someone is inspecting them. There's 2 more in there with them. Faint auras with them, but they're all there. Piles. Seems. Let's be careful. Do we risk it?
Luna will kind of like, you can't see her nod. Just very quietly, yeah.
All right.
So yeah, how do y'all want to go about this? Or you want to go actually into the alcove?
So
Is there 2 people in front of the alcove?
Basically, what you have is this alcove has about a 45 to 50 foot wide opening. Sort of at each side of the threshold, you have a guard. They are wearing sort of heavier plate armor that Luna, you're very familiar with. These are the guys who were attacking you directly, or similarly armed to the guys who were attacking you directly. From where you're sitting, again, you've sort of got that weird little bit of X-ray vision happening here from your sight. About 20 feet inside of that is where the piles of items are, and this other figure that again, you're just you can't really tell exactly what they're wearing because the way your sight works, but the more magical of them.
Question: can Luna sense any water nearby?
Ooh. Do me a perception check as a water genasi. Yeah.
Does blood count as water?
Nah, she's not a bloodbender.
No!
Oh, come on. Go season 3 of Airbender.
Oh.
Do you want to luck dice it?
That's Celia's.
It was still my roll. I
Yeah.
I forgot to switch your name. It is my roll.
Okay.
No.
You could also inspiration it.
It's a 1. No.
Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, as you've pretty much water's a pretty scarce resource up here, actually around the plateau, and certainly must be as scarce up here. You don't feel any great gathering or pockets of water close by.
Okay.
Okay.
Would there be any way to pull them away? Because no, that would need a major illusion. I can only do minor. And as soon as you cast a spell or anything, your invisibility drops.
So while you guys think for a second, I want to go back to Iska. Iska, you are currently, you basically cast rope trick, crawled up inside of the space, pulled the rope up behind you, and are in this sort of pocket, invisible little pocket dimension. You are, as you sat there, it took a minute or two before they actually looked up from their cards. You then saw the guards look up from their cards, excitedly and worriedly run into the sort of stable stall that you all were all being held in, look around, and then start calling the alarm, then run away, and run out of there. You currently are alone in this space, because you're able to look out through it. I double checked. You're able to look out through it, and doesn't seem to be a whole lot of noise or pretty much anyone much around where you are. You sitting tight, or would you like to do anything?
Can I do a perception check to see what's around me, or if they left anything behind, weapons, items,
Sure.
something out there?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I forgot my mouse, so I am scrolling this pretty clumsily.
No worries.
Perception.
On a 20, you notice over there where the game was, we know that it had gotten pretty high stakes. It doesn't look like a super effective weapon, but there is sort of a jeweled knife that is sitting there that was a part of the pot, apparently, of the card game. Not really more of an eating knife than a dagger in any way, but it has a blade on it. You can catch it sort of just as you're, sort of catch the little gilded handle of it.
Okay, if I exit the rope trick space,
Yep.
is it just dismissed, or can I re-enter?
Oh no, it lasts for 8 hours.
If I'm looking around then, and I don't see any guards in sight, and they are off, and I believe that they are off searching for the party,
Yep.
I think she will lower herself down and try to stealth her way over to grab it to have something.
Yeah, how I read it is basically as long as you leave the rope there, it's
The
still
rope
there.
dangles.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
the
I
rope
assumed.
dangles, and then you can get
Yep.
back in it, and then you can pull the rope inside. It's all about the rope. Is kind of how I read it. If you pull the rope off of it, I would say then it dismisses it.
Okay.
That's kind of how I've read it. Yeah, you can sneak out. You do me a stealth check at advantage, just because no one seems to be around. On an 18, yeah, pretty much silently, you very cautiously sneak across there, grab the dagger. What do you want to do?
Closer to the table.
Yeah.
Anything else visible? Anything catching my eye outside of that, or is it just kind of empty, sparse guard room?
It's fairly empty, sparse. I mean, basically they were playing on top of a crate. There's a couple little stools that they were sitting on. One of them is knocked over. As you had seen before, there are sort of wood, where wood is broken off. There's some straw on the ground. But you could do an investigation to see if you find anything else to look into the other stalls.
Yeah, I will real quick. A 15?
On a 15, as you go from sort of stall to stall, not a whole lot here. You see more just sort of what's left over from crates that have been, things that have been unboxed in crates. If you wanted to find a 2x4 with some nails in it, that would be something that would be there. Is there anything specific you're sort of looking for?
Basically anything that would have some range on it, because Iska's not really melee.
Yeah.
Iska doesn't really want to get up close and personal. So, I mean, even a 2x4, if it had enough, just something where I'm not.
Yeah.
The dagger is rough because I got to be right next to something.
Yeah.
To make
No,
that work.
I mean, the 2x4 wouldn't give you any range, and trying to wield it would
But
be
even
kind of
just
tough.
for flavor, that's what.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, yeah. It's for flavor. I mean, it's still it doesn't have reach on it, but just cilia wise, I mean, it's nice heavy chunk of wood that has a nail sticking out the end of it. So
that's a really metal image, and I want Iska to have a big 2x4 with nails. So yeah, she's gonna take that and put the dagger just at her side or whatever. And
Yeah, other than that, I
Honestly-
mean, this place, has been pretty much picked over. There's some sort of, you can see where, pieces of tools have broken off. So, I mean, you could find little pieces of metal or things like that, but you're not going to find no one left behind a crossbow.
They didn't just leave my gun around?
They didn't just leave your
Yeah.
gun
I
around.
thought they were
no.
sloppy.
Yeah.
Okay, then having those 2 items, I think she is afraid of screwing this up for the rest of the party. So
Okay.
she's going to go back to the rope trick space
Yeah.
and basically just be on high alert,
Okay.
just ready to drop down in case she sees, I don't know, if she sees like guards sprinting, she might know something's wrong. If
Yeah.
she sees anything go weird, she's ready
Yeah.
to act.
Yeah, you're currently way down at the other end of the building, so what you're going to be able to perceive is going to be tough, but I will certainly, if for some reason things start heading this way, we will let you know.
Sure. I mean, if people start screaming and there's a fight breaks out, I'm pretty sure it's not over this damn card game.
Yeah, probably not over the card game. So we'll zoom back up to Iskrin and Luna. Don't know if y'all have been chatting separately. Y'all, what do you guys want to do?
Panic internally, in the meta sense. It's too important to screw up. Let's do it. Oh, hold on.
I mean, Celia certainly, as an assassin, truly as an assassin, attacking out of visibility with full surprise, she basically can lethal strike one of these. What the check would be whether or not she does it without them making a sound, which for Celia is going to be a pretty low DC, but Celia basically can signal she's got one, but she can only get one completely silently dead.
Now, question. Now, this alcove that we're in, so I know the group is pretty close to it, but could they actually see into the actual because I'm assuming the guards are right by the door.
Yeah.
Could they see the guards from there?
The guards, you didn't see the guards actually until you got up much closer to them. So in the sort of main central space, the 2 guards and certainly the person sitting at the table are out of visible sight line of the group that is gathering up at about 3 stalls away. Like I say, just about 150 feet away from you.
What's the distance between the 2 guards? Are they right next to each other? Or
like I said, there's it's about a 45-foot opening. They are sort of standing at the columns, sort of right there. Seeming to sort of be keeping an eye. They're kind of looking around a little bit, hearing the commotion, but it seems as though they very much have orders, to guard this hall that has been brought in.
Now, yeah.
I was going to say, my thought is, we get past these guys. Celia can assassinate one. We make sure we're out of the range of the group of people. I do silent. And you and me basically gank the other guy. So that way no noise is made. They don't see it, and we proceed to the door.
True. Now, I like that, but what about the guy casting?
He won't hear anything.
Yeah, true. Or, what about this? No, actually, I do like that idea, but I just want to confirm with Jay. Jay, as for my teleporting movement, will we be classifying that as a spell to move through invisibility? Can I stay invisible and also teleport without making a burst of glitter?
You make a burst of glitter. Now you stay invisible, but it certainly could. The burst of glitter would catch people's eye. It is not a very stealthy way to move while being invisible.
That is true. Okay.
Yeah, Iskrin, remember, you can still, you all have lives.
And honestly, if you want, me and Celia can take her attacking because she's gonna basically assassinate and destroy or nearly destroy one guy. I will be working on the other guy. We can finish the other guy together. You can stay invisible. You can keep yours, so you can still have the jump on the caster in the room.
Okay. All right, that could work. But Yeah. So we just want to assassinate. We want to get rid of one of the guards first by assassination, and then move on to the next one, take care of him, then move into the caster.
Yep.
And then gang up on him.
That is my vote.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, as soon as Cecilia gets her assassin strike, I do silence and then start working the other guy.
Yep.
Over.
Okay. So,
Okay.
that's the plan. I need the three of y'all to do stealth checks, as my understanding is you want to walk past them into the alcove to attack them from the inside.
Yeah.
And you're casting silence basically simultaneously with the assassinate, correct?
Correct. Basically, in position first, and then silence assassinate.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm going to keep my eye on the caster as well, in case they move or anything as such like that.
Okay.
Like, or notice it. Yeah. Just so I can, and I'm going to have prepared an attack. Basically, jaunt Lyle back to my hand and go at this guy.
Okay.
But Ishgrin does give Cilia the rapier Lyle.
Right. So just as a note, the only person who has taken a short rest at this point is Iskrin.
Yeah.
Correct. I counted. I have the key to do this.
Right. No, I'm just saying, as far as y'all's hit point levels go, y'all are still on the low side.
Oh, that's right. I'm still low as. Oh.
So is Cilia. Cilia's sitting at like 1, and you're sitting at, I think, 1 as well. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So this is our conundrum.
Now, Iskrin, though, whatever, I don't know what your total was after doing your short rest. So just as a reminder, since we did jump sessions.
I am near full.
Okay. Sorry. So let's do a slight rearrange. So I still say Cilia should assassinate that guy. So she'll do the assassination strike. You work on the other guy, and I will, I'll do the silence first, and then starting next round, I will heal Cilia. Although I didn't think about that, unless you would rule I can't do that without my holy symbol.
I believe you need. I mean, I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure you need your holy symbol as a spell focus. I think that's how.
I wasn't sure
foil
if that would
clerics.
only apply if it was the material component of it.
Let me just double check. I'm not super positive, because, quite frankly, I've not been without my holy symbol when I've played a cleric.
Yeah, sucks.
You think you're so good at D&D, don't you, Tallclaw?
Nope.
He's ready for the big time.
I'm pretty sure that the holy symbol is just substituting for the material components, not the
Yeah,
force.
I'm looking at that right now. Yeah, I think that is the case.
Okay, in which case...
That's the point of the focus.
Okay, in that case, I can do that then. I can... Yeah, that's just verbal somatic. Yep, I can do that. So, yeah,
Okay.
so
Yep.
you gank that guy, she ganks that guy, I silence, and then the next round we'll proceed.
All right.
Okay.
Just a thought. What are these two guards looking out to? I know we've got this wall of alcoves, but just what is in that middle, looking outwards to them?
Wait, they are looking inwards towards the pile of loot, pretty much.
Oh.
They're more looking, now they are hearing the thing, and so you can see them sort of looking and maybe poking their heads out.
No, I definitely thought they were facing the other way. So yeah, we can
Yeah,
sneak behind them then. That shouldn't be an issue. I mean, yeah, we'll still have to make a stealth check, obviously.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, they're sort of standing in the door. It seems as though their focus is more towards loot. I mean, they're sort of facing each other type idea.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So
They're
we're
guarding the
doing some
door,
time.
but with the commotion happening outside, they certainly have their attention drawn. As far as Cilia getting around one, again, if you on your stealth check, she could certainly get around and attack from behind. Again, this is very much think of like a stable stalls, little short walls that they're standing on the alcove, and so they're sort of standing right there. But yeah, I mean, they know that they've got quite a bit of loot here, probably guarding it from each other as much as from anything. Multiple eyes on it means people aren't pocketing shit.
Okay.
Honor among thieves, bullshit. There is none. But yeah, no, I mean, you guys are coming from invisibility, so you guys definitely are getting unless you completely screw up your stealth rolls, you're gonna be able to have the drop on these guys, or they get a really good perception roll because you are going to walk right between two guards within 20 feet of them. So let me see those stealth rolls. So that's still the plan. You're walking inside, attacking, basically trying to make sure that the attack stays out of line of sight with the main group and quiet. Okay.
Now, how good is Luna at choking people out? I know she's put
She's a monk.
Yeah.
Also, how do you not know this by now?
Yeah.
Like, you of all people.
Iskrin's been choked out by Luna multiple times.
All right, yeah. So I want to know if she can do that.
It's a suffocation check, though. So suffocation is not instantaneous.
No.
Right.
Of course.
So, I mean, it's based on their con for suffocation. And the thing is, it's hold your breath and then how long you are until you're suffocating, depending on their surprise level.
All right. So, Iskrin says this. Hear me out. You do what you usually do to me, and I'll punch the breath out of him.
Then we run into the problem of Celia being super, like, do we want to run the risk that Celia's gonna one-shot that guy and not get a hit on her? Keep in mind that she doesn't have armor, because she's at 1 and I'm at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like Celia's assassinate's gonna definitely one hit KO this guy. That's how. Yeah.
I'm not certain because when we did the fight, because I think she did get to assassinate them. Did she get to assassinate or was it a nat 20?
She nat 20. She nat 20'd him on a sneak attack, and he didn't die.
Yeah, so no. Celia's
With her
not
rapier.
getting him in one hit. I do not know. You attack that guy. I heal her. She assassinates. She assassinates. I silence. You attack that guy. I then heal her, and then we go from there. Because I don't see her dropping only one hit. A lot of damage, yes, but not one.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So let's get those stealth checks first.
Okay.
And I put you all on the map so you can click on your tokens for initiative when we get to that point.
Oh, I'm so paranoid. I'm so concerned.
So 23.
All right. So stealth. Come on.
30.
30.
30.
40.
40.
Just walk straight past them.
Those two I just like whoop. The couple that stealth together stays together.
Yeah. We're adorable.
Yeah, so even though you are in very tight quarters, and in fact, Luna, for 1 second, you think that you've been spotted, then realize that he's looking past you towards what's going on outside. Iskrin and Celia, without even a noise, like a whisper, pass through. Luna, you more just have that brief moment of oh shit, and stop, but then are able to move forward and get yourselves into position for your surprise round. So you're going against, as you walk in, you do see this other figure. Doesn't seem to be robed, Iskrin. Seems to be in very light leather armor. He is sitting there staring at the items, seeming a little bit frustrated. You can see 4 items have been pulled apart from the others and set to one side. The rest of them are still in front of this person.
So what are the 4?
The 4 items that have been pulled apart from the rest of them are
kind of guessing / hoping one is the ring.
The items that are pulled apart are the quarterstaff, the rapier, Celia's armor, Iska's violin, and the hound tongue whip.
Oh, thank God.
The rest of them are still just in piles. You can see there seems to be some more of you guys' items there. Some of them you see in the other pile here. Do me an investigation check if you want to get a little bit closer look at what's where.
Yes, please.
On a 16, you can see that there are some things like your healing potions and some of your toy items that you got from the restoration station. Things like that are all in sort of one pile. I mean, you looking at them, Iskrin, with your sort of always on detect magic, can see that it is sort of your weaker magical items. There is another group that is there that has things like the horn, your ring, some of the more powerful scrolls, certainly a stronger magical items. Then you get into items that are either weapons or armor. You can see these 5 items that have been pulled aside, but still sitting in this sort of separate pile. You see Iska's cloak of useful items. You see Celia's cloak of elven kind. Things that are either weapons or armor, it seems like have been sorted separately as well.
Okay. Cool.
So, you all do have a surprise round, but let's go ahead and do some initiative just so we know.
Sure.
And if you'll click on your thing, let me get the thing up first, sorry. And let me get it cleared.
Dang.
And get it cleared. Okay, if you'll click on your items, on your...
You cleared mine, but I'll re-roll. It was a 19, so it's in there.
Yeah, and so 19. And if you can get Celia, that's Celia's that you've got there, or was that you just making sure you get...
Nope, that was Celia's.
Okay.
I made sure to switch it.
Okay. Cool. And if you'll get yours.
Alright, so it's Celia assassinate, you silence,
Mm-hmm.
and then what do I do? I deal with...
You deal with the other guy. Unless you also want to attack the same one Celia gets, knowing that that's not going to drop from that. Do you want to guarantee one dead, or get the surprise hit on both?
Oh, surprise hit on both would probably be fun, but if we can't, can we do it? Jay, can we do it so that like I can stand in between both and be like, hey, if that guy doesn't drop, I can just move to this.
We know that guy's not going to drop. That's the thing. We've done that. We know he won't.
But I hope he does. Alright. Yeah, I'll be cautious and be next to...
Well, and just remember, just as a note, Kyle, that Celia is using Lyle right now, so you are without Lyle. So...
Oh, fair point.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's have this unfold.
Celia.
I'm trying to think. So Lyle, at this point, is a dagger, if I recall.
I shift him out to a rapier.
Oh, that's right. You shifted him out to a rapier. So 1d8.
I was just going to click the button.
Okay. Well, just because I think that her click the button is going to give you with a bonus, a +1. A rapier, I believe, also is +1. Anyway, we can work it out. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Yeah. You certainly have advantage on this attack, as... Yeah. So, go ahead and click me up some damage.
And sneak attack.
So that's going to be for 31, 39, 40, 45 points of damage as this guard basically, with a look of utter shock on his face, sees a rapier emerge from his center chest. He tries to open his mouth to make a sound, to yell out, but nothing comes out as the world goes silent. He does see Luna appear there. The guard across from him sees a flash of blonde hair as Celia appears behind this other guard, having struck him pretty much right through the center of the chest. With that, Iskrim, what would you like to do with your surprise round?
So he's definitely not dead.
No.
Yeah, he's still standing. He seems to be yelling out. You can't tell, again, with the piercing damage of a rapier, it's hard to tell how mortal this wound is. You are still invisible.
Oh. Alright. Let me just check. Wow, what's this? I have to bring him to my hand. Action. Yeah, it has to be an action.
Yeah, it's an action to summon him.
Alright.
But you have like Eldritch Blast and stuff back, correct? Because you rested.
Yep.
Is that...
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Work the cantrip, man.
that's true. That's true. But it does require vocals.
Does Eldritch? Oh, it might.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And so would the silence be taking up the entire area
Yes.
within this?
Well, it's a 40-foot diameter.
Yeah, 40-foot diameter. You could actually get all the way to the far back side of the stable, of this stall area, and get out of it. Because, I mean, Luna, where you are, I mean, it depends really where you are, Luna. Are you...
Basically, I'd be centered between the two to make sure they were
Right.
it.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's about 60 feet deep. So if you're centered between the two of them, you'd certainly be catching the guy on the table who's about 20 feet away. So you would catch all three of them. Basically, Iskrin, if you go beyond the table, you would be out of it, assuming that this is only, Luna basically in the center of the triangle made by these three figures for her to center this spell. Luna knows her geometry.
Yes, she does.
Alright, and if I go over to the table, is Luna's quarterstaff there as well?
Yeah, you see Luna's quarterstaff on the... like I said, as I described, you have these piles set out on this fairly large sort of what would be almost like a picnic table or larger type, big banquet table side idea.
Okay. I'm going to move up towards the table so I can get out of the range of the silence.
Yep.
I'm going to lay a hand on Luna's quarterstaff. I'm going to hold my hand out towards the old mate who has been stabbed. And I am going to Eldritch Blast. As a bonus action, can I throw Luna her quarterstaff?
Yeah,
Is that the plan?
I'll allow that. Yep. So
Alright.
roll me those attacks. 2 darts, I believe.
Yeah, 2 blasts. Let's do it. Let's do it, Eldry. First one.
That's going to hit.
Damn!
That's going to hit. You see, normally where there'd be a sound that would happen as soon as these pass out into the silence, as the force damage slams into this armor, instead of it ringing out, just almost like a silent film as he gets hit with the two of them. You see as these hit them, his eyes are kind of like rolling in the back of his head. He is not doing well at all with those two hits from Eldritch Blast. With that, because we did it a little bit in different order, we will start back at the top of the round. It is Luna, your turn. You catch.
With her dick.
Yeah, I was gonna say for you, not a problem to catch your quarterstaff being thrown to you. Not gonna make you roll for it.
All right. I am still gonna do what I think is best and make sure Celia stays up.
Yep.
So I will go over, cure wound her.
Okay, so you move over to her, cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, because the thing doesn't move with me.
Yeah.
I said it already.
Yep. Once it's set, it's in. Yep.
And cure wounds. That's about okay.
Okay. So yeah, she
Nine,
gets 9
not a
points
lot,
of healing.
but
Hey, you know, it
I'm
can
a
make all
bounty
the
cleric.
difference.
What do you want?
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do with your bonus and or your rest of your movement?
I can't attack because I'd have to have my action for that.
Yep.
Move. If I move again, I'll be moving out of his range, and he'll get an op attack.
Yep.
Let's see. Anything else I want to do?
Of course, you being there also is going to give Celia a sneak attack again.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Stay there. Oh shoot, that's over. Nope. Okay. Nope. That's what I do.
Okay. Iskrin, what are you doing? The guy who is sitting there at the table does seem to look up and look at you. He is taken completely off guard with people having been there, and he backs up from the table and pulls out a dagger and looks at you. Because of him sitting down and having to get up and draw his weapon, that is all he is able to do on this turn.
Does he move into the silence area?
He's in the silence. Yeah, he's been in the silence. She triangulated herself in the middle of them. So he's about 10 feet deep into the silence.
Excellent. As a reaction of them moving, I'm going to flash him.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what?
He's going to use his... Woo!
Marco.
So I forget on that. He doesn't get his con save until the end of his turn, right?
Nope.
Yep. So he is blinded for this for the next round until he comes back to his turn.
So that's my reaction.
Yep.
That's gone. That's
Well,
first
that was
phase.
the end of his turn. Yeah. So and with him moving as his reaction, you were able to do that. So
that's the con save for it. My action then, so the guy, alright, so then look out towards this guy. I'm not very fussed about him. Not very. He's silenced, he's blind. We can take care of him. I turn to the other guard.
okay.
How's he reacting?
He's drawing his sword. He's ready to go at Luna, who basically has her back to him right now.
That's alright, so I'm going to splay out my hand, and I'm going to utter a few words in Sylvan, which basically translates to, in the name of the Frost Prince, I need you to chill. As I cast Frostbite, not Eldritch Blast. I don't know why there's an attack in that, because it's not an attack.
Okay. Yep. No, I understand.
Yeah.
So it's a DC 15 con.
Yes, please.
With a 5, he fails it.
He's going to have disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Nice. So yeah, he and takes that 19 points of damage. You see Frost cover up on top of him, and you see him start to shiver, and you can tell his fingers getting numb as he's trying to draw his sword, as he's clumsily drawing it. That is Iskrin's turn. Anything else?
Kind Can I pick up the rapier? Celia's rapier?
You've already had your reaction. You've had your action. Sure, I'll allow it. I will allow you to, if you want to throw her rapier.
Yeah. I'm just gonna bang. Rapier. I've got it set. I can get it to her.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
You staying where you are?
Yes.
Okay. Celia is up next. I'm assuming she's going to finish this guy off.
Yeah, she is. So rapier it up, not assassin, just regular rapier. Gosh.
Yep, on a 10, unfortunately.
She doesn't. She doesn't? Oh, she doesn't. That's weird. Wait, no. Because Danny gave everybody one, right?
Yep, Danny gave everybody one. So yes, all of you.
You will use that.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your luck die. So yes, Iska, Iskrin, Luna, and Celia all got one last week. 19 is going to hit.
Nice.
Right. Thing and sneak attack.
So nice for 25 points of damage. Basically, as Celia pulls her rapier out, she's able to shove it right back in, not even pulling it completely out of the armor. And where she had not quite skewered this guy's heart before, just you can see him seize up and he crumples to the ground inside of the silence field. With that, it comes to the other guard's turn. He is frostbitten and running towards Luna, and he is going to make his going to try and make a great sword attack. And it's at disadvantage on a 16. Yeah, because you don't have armor. You aren't. It doesn't matter that you don't have armor because you never have armor. On his second one, is a 22.
That will. So that will drop her.
Yep. So you see as he comes forward and skewers Luna, and she falls to the ground, and he sort of turns his attention towards Celia. Luna, your Priapat, well, actually, you do a death save, but then your Priapat's gonna pop you up.
I forgot to on both terms. Oh well, it's fine.
Which what? I'm sorry?
No, I meant on Celia's term. I didn't mean to have her use one of her healing die, but I forgot. So
yeah,
move on. It's fine.
No worries. So yeah, you pop back up at the end of your turn because it doesn't take effect at the end of your turn.
Yes, I believe
Yeah, Priapit of wound closure. Yep. Pops you back up. Next up is the guy who is blinded and deaf. He is sort of
silenced.
Yeah, silenced and with his dagger. He, having seen Iskrin, is going to try to make an attack at all kinds of... Poor guy.
Just rolls 2 nat 20s.
Dude, you didn't just say that. He literally rolled 2 nat 20s. I'm not even kidding. Chat, back me up on this. That he literally just rolled 2 nat 20s.
Slight correction. The prior part was actually at the start of the turn.
Oh, is it the start of the turn? Okay, so
is
yeah,
at
at the start of your turn. So you can go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. So I would. I will use a healing die on my turn.
Yes.
To get myself a little more healthy. Not bad. Okay. And this guy's right next to me. I will go ahead and pop up. No, great. And lay the smackdown on him, as it were. Do quarter. Because I'm trying to think, if I use the blast, would that be visible to the group out there?
It's a cone, correct?
Yeah, it's a cone.
It's a cone, so no, you could face it into the room.
Okay, I will do that. So kind of like maneuver a little bit, plant it, and shoot it at him, and then into the room.
Okay. So you're shooting it at. I'm sorry. The guard who's the guard who with the great sword, or the guy at the table, or both.
So I'm aiming it at the guard with the great sword, but I just want to make sure that the group over there doesn't see it. So
Gotcha.
Maneuver around.
You're not trying to capture the guy at the table. You're more trying to capture this
No.
guard. Okay. Yep. No, you can
Yes.
definitely get it sort of almost into the wall. You know. And he's got to do a dexterity save or be knocked prone of a dexterity save on a 5. Yeah, he takes 14 cold damage, and on top of the frostbite that he has already taken, he is a shivering mess as he's lying on the ground, just starting to almost look like he's frosting over. His skin is turning blue. He looks pretty bad.
Okay. But now I'm guessing that doesn't count as an attack where I can add like the punch after it. I'm assuming.
No, it really doesn't.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a melee thing, or yeah.
Perfectly fair.
Cool. Anything else you would like to do?
That's purple, so I can't do that. Nope. That'll be it.
So, this gentleman at the table pulls out from this strange sheath something you're familiar with, Iskrin. It is this sodium dagger that you had been dealt with before, and it even though he's stumbling forward, he somehow all but trips over, and you were trying to get out of his way, but he does in fact hit you for 8 piercing damage as it slides into in between your ribs, and you know, as it starts to burn inside of you, as you take another 19 points of force damage.
Hellish rebuke.
I'm sorry?
Damage. You got damage. You can hellish that.
I'm not going to waste that react. I don't have Hellish Rebuke because I feel
Oh, it
it's a
hasn't been the
waste
next turn yet.
Yeah, I feel it's a waste of a spell slot in for Ishkrin as well.
And look who's here. As Celia.
Yay. You got to assassinate somebody.
That's fun.
With Lyle.
So,
With extreme
That's
prejudice.
really,
with extreme prejudice.
Like double nat 20s.
that is amazing.
So, Jeanette, why don't you introduce yourself while I get people into their camera spots?
Hi, I am Shriyagan Jewett. I play Celia Rollerin, the very roguey rogue of the group who apparently does things only when I'm not here. I'm like trying to log into my computer, so if I'm like focused here.
No
that's
worries.
why.
It actually is Iskrin's turn. As this dagger goes into you, this guy is sort of leaned up against you as you are leaned up against you, holding this dagger inside of you as it just exploded. He still cannot see, and just barely within the silence, the cone of silence.
Alright. But I know for a fact from the last time that him stabbing me, that weapon's gone now.
Correct. It is
Because
gone. It is
exploded.
the blade. He pulls away just an empty hilt as the blade has exploded inside of you.
Okay. So is Luna down? Luna's down still.
No, Luna's up
No, actually, Luna's back up.
because her
She was down, and then
her pry pat of wound
All right.
closure.
I'm gonna use a D10 healing dice real quick for some health.
Okay.
And it's periapt.
Periapt. Thank you.
Alright, 9. Excellent.
I'm just gonna call it magic up thing.
Magic Guppy thing.
Magic up.
Alright, So Ishkrin is going to. He doesn't enjoy this guy in front of him as well. Does not enjoy it.
He's already got first level of
Yeah.
snow blindness.
But I'm more concerned about the other guard. So
True.
I am going to teleport.
Yep, he
Just-
would get an opportunity attack against you, but as you know, his dagger is gone, so he does not currently have a weapon equipped. So you are able to. He tries to like grab at you, like he kind of bumps you with the hilt out of reaction, but there is no blade there as it is dissolved inside of you.
And I'm going to pop 10 feet into the, basically just towards the other guard. So I'm like 10 feet out of range from him. And
You are inside the silence sphere at that point.
I am inside the silence.
Yep.
And I'm just going to reach out with my hand and feel this guy's weed, his life weed. Grab onto his mental strings and crush it as I use my somatics to mind spike him. That's a very low roll.
That is a really low roll, but
You can just luck die the damage then.
yeah, you can luck die the damage if you want.
Can I luck die the damage?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can luck die.
that's-
It's a mulligan. You can use a luck die on anything.
Woo! I'll take
Ooh, a
that.
23. So, describe to me what happens as you fatally destroy this person's mind.
All right, yeah. Basically, I channel through the life wave to connect into basically his, and the cords that are connecting it all together. I find them, and I just crush them. I just pull my magic together in a force that just breaks him mentally.
Okay. So, Cilia, you see in front of you, actually, and Luna, you're right there as well. You see as this guard's eyes just begin to bulge, and you can see basically all of the little veins begin, the whites of his eyes just begin to bleed and turn red. His ears begin to pour blood out of them. He opens his mouth, and you would be an agonizing scream. It's just frozen in this field of silence as basically his eyes sink into his head, almost as though someone from the backside of his head has ripped and pulled his eye sockets, his optic nerves backwards into his brain.
Like the guy at the end of Indiana Jones.
Sort of like a guy at the end of Indiana Jones. Yes, very much. It is not pleasant. With that, Iskrin, is that your turn?
Can I use the rest of my movement to move over towards the pile, and try rummage around for my ring? That's just as the bonus action. Just
You can go over there and begin. I'll let you go ahead and do an investigation check. You're not going to be able to grab anything yet.
yeah. I just want to make sure it's there. Just panic. I'm panic fighting now. Right.
Yep. With that, Cilia, you are up. There is still there is this guy in light armor who is sitting at the table who just stabbed Iskrin with this sodium dagger, and you are sitting at, I believe, 9 or 10 hit points. But he is right now blinded within the cone of silence, within the sphere of silence that Luna has cast. Currently, nothing seems to have alerted anyone from the group of guards about 150 feet away from you that this is occurring.
Okay. Sure, I'm not needed anymore. Okay. So, how far is the guy away?
He's within 20.
Blinded and deafened?
Yeah, he's within 20 feet of you, 25 feet.
And is he like the last one left?
He's the
or-
last one left.
I'm going to run over and stab him.
You can do that.
I can do that. And I have Lyle, you said?
Currently, and he's a rapier right now, so.
Okay, awesome. That helps. And since he's blinded, I get advantage, right?
You do get advantage because he is blinded. That would be a nat 20.
Back in a big way.
Yeah, back in a big way. Go ahead and roll up that damage on the nat 20 as this guy who was feeling very happy about himself. So yeah.
I rolled really good sneak attack damage.
What do you? This guy hurt your boyfriend. You know, don't make me take my earrings off. How do you do this? Hold my baby.
What he doing to my man?
So, he can't. He's in a silent spell, so he wouldn't be able to hear her. But she mouthed some words to him that he can't see because he's blinded too.
Yeah. all of the things, all of the flourish here is just lost on this guy because he's blinded and in a deaf and blinded. So.
So, she runs up over to him and mouths some words that nobody can hear. And, I guess, would Lyle be able to hear, like...
Oh, yeah, Lyle is hearing to your thoughts. So, yes, Lyle gets to hear them.
To Lyle, she says, now I need you to bend for me. And she's gonna put it, like, where she would believe that his belly button is.
Okay. Oh, my God, are you gonna hook him?
Yeah, I'm gonna hook him.
Lyle, seeing the mental picture in your mind, transforms, calling upon his bond with Iskrin, who is close enough for him to do this. And what is a rapier, as you insert it, basically becomes a one-sided barbed hook with a sharpened inner blade. Similar to what you would see like in a meatpacking factory, as you hook it in through his belly button, and with the incredible sharpness of Lysithea, the forged Eclipsed, just splits him open like you were filleting a fish up underneath of his sternum, and then you just kind of hook it right back out through his rib cage. As this guy is like fish filleted and hooked, and literally the only way you would be able to get this out, to unhook him, is because it's Lyle who then transforms back into your hand. But yeah, you pretty much hooked him through his rib cage and his heart.
Yeah.
Is this
Still
what the device is now?
together.
I know I missed 2 weeks.
Ishrin loves his sword and his girlfriend so much.
Yeah.
They've committed the cardinal sin of taking the party stuff. They're dead.
Yeah. So with that, you are still. How long does silence last? If you'll remind me.
Up to 10 minutes.
Up to 10 minutes. Okay, so I mean, this has taken 3 rounds, so about 30 seconds have passed as you guys stand still.
Wait a minute. Up to 10 minutes, is it concentration?
Yes, it is.
Which means you were knocked out and you came back, so the silence dropped.
Is
That would be fair. That'd be fair.
with your, because it's your key cast, right?
It is key, yes.
But it's cast
Yeah.
to cast the spell, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's still concentration.
It is still
It's
concentration, so no, good. That is a good catch. So I need to roll some perception checks.
Sorry.
Recast.
That would kind of, because you know what? Hold on, let me double check what the action is for it. It is an action. that would have changed some of what I did.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know.
Well, we all
Basic-
tell you what, we all missed it. Let's just let it stand and
Okay.
move forward.
I will take the additional key off my sheet.
Yeah, no, we'll take the
Then-
additional key off your
yeah.
sheet, and
Yeah.
we'll call it
Vice Surge.
Vice Surge. We'll call it even.
Okay.
Desperate Times. Yeah, no, I missed it entirely, but yeah, you're right. It would have dropped when you
Yep.
went down. So,
Fair.
so
I
anyway.
forgot because I got back up so quickly. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, because you literally bounced up within a turn.
Yeah.
Well, literally you were the next person in line in initiative. So, I am, just to be fair, there's one thing I just want to check. We're good. As the one
right.
as the one person I was worried about rolls a nat 1. So yeah, guys, you're there. Your items are there. You are all visible. There's a group of 18. Do some math. Sorry, 15, because you just killed 3 of them. 15 guides, about 150 away. That if you step out of this place, you're pretty much going to be fully visible.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Live. Gear up. Get all our shit.
So we are going to have Dawn and Doff here. I believe the only person that's really going to work for is Cilia. Leather armor, if I remember, is 15 minutes. Dawn, or is it 30?
No,
For leather?
it's only a minute to put on and takes more time to take off.
Is it? I always forget.
Yeah, leather takes a minute because it's
Yeah,
considered-
leather's really simple.
Yeah, I thought leather was pretty fast. For some
Yeah,
reason, I thought it
Dawn,
was
leather,
Dawn leather's
light armor,
Dawn leather's
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yep.
Okay.
which is light metal.
Yeah, I was gonna say Iskrin, you've just got your mantle, which is cloth. Luna, you're not wearing anything. Iska's not with you. Yeah.
I grabbed my pact ring, I put it on. I grabbed the spheres ring, I put it on. I still have one from memory. I still have 1 charge. I still have the 1 spell charge left in the
You do.
pact ring. So I kiss it, bring that spell slot back, and I'm going to use that to turn us invisible.
Wait till we all have our stuff.
Yeah,
Wait,
after a minute,
after
with everyone's
we all
picking up
have
all their
our
stuff. Yep, and
After we all have
you
our
can
stuff.
gather up all of the things pretty easily, and everything you're carrying and everything that you have on you are wearing, and you guys disappear.
And I will use the last
Celia
bit
would've-
to pass us again.
Celia, before we went invisible, would have reluctantly given Iskrin back Lyle.
Yes.
saying, we worked well together, though.
Takes him back. You are both a really incredible team. Did you know that? Together. I wonder if you could Lyle, would you be able to become the Penundral Blades for her someday?
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Until then.
So you recast Pass Without a Trace. During this, I mean, it's really only been 30 seconds, but things are sort of evolving quickly out in the sort of main hangar space. You all can do a perception check before you invisible sort of stick your head out to sort of see what's going on if you want more information, or if you've got it, if you want to just get you're welcome to.
Yeah. Perception. Time to perceive.
So, yeah, Cilia, you can see that there are that group of people is now sort of spreading out, and they do seem to be all but forming, sort of search parties to look around, specifically sort of at sort of more of the shadowy places. There is a group of about 3 or 4 headed down your way. Luna, you do see that these robed figures, the taller robed figures that Iskrin had pointed out, seem to be, one's heading sort of your way, another one seems to be heading almost at a right angle to you, straight across to the far side of the main hangar space. Iskrin, on your 17, you see the 2 small, short spellcasters who you are pretty sure are the kobolds. blink out of existence, disappear.
Alright, I am going to say, okay, so the kobolds are invisible. Also, just to rewind back to that minute, could I have shook the Sphere of Winter Wonders?
Yeah, you can shake the Sphere of Winter Wonders to see what you get.
Roll 1d2.
This just shakes to see what it is. So on,
Yep.
on a 1, I forget which one is it on the 1?
The Wand of Winter.
Okay, so it's a Wand of Winter on the 1 instead of the Wand of Wonders on the... Cool.
We have all our potions and stuff back, right?
Yep, you have all your potions and everything.
I'll be drinking one of those.
Yep. Everyone do an investigation check real quick. Celia would notice.
Yeah,
Luna would notice too. What wasn't there was your gold pouches.
Buttholes? We need that.
I'll find a fighting rink, whatever.
So, you don't know. They just, among those items, it seemed to be all of your equipment did not seem to have your gold.
That's okay, we have our gear. That's
Mhm.
important.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Wait.
ball out at the bar anyway.
Does Celia still have her thieves' purse?
It was showed up as magic, so yes, you do. It would have been put in the magic item pile.
That's amazing. Okay.
Cool. So, there you guys are. What do y'all want to do? There seems to be search parties. There seem to be a bit more organized now as they, having spoken to some of these casters and magic users and other sort of leaders, not just the sort of grunt guards, are taking this search for you guys a little bit more seriously.
Would we have had time to drag the bodies real quick into the room so they're just not immediately in that?
Sure, because again, with your
Okay.
silence lasting as long as it did, you can, with dawning and doffing, you could certainly pull them further back in, put them sort of behind the table so they're not just dead in the door.
Alright. Ishram will say, after we got all that done and we do go invisible and the hands are on shoulders again, let's get back to Iska. Let's put her in the ring and let's book it.
Okay.
If it comes down to it, we can put another person in the ring as well, and then I can teleport jump with them.
Okay.
It's quick as possible.
So yeah, you guys go ahead and roll me stealth checks as you are sort of, there's people basically coming down and going into each one of the alcoves as you guys move further down. So that's a 23, a 26.
1 and a 2. Rough day, man.
Yeah.
You got the nat
Right?
20 when it mattered.
At the same
That's
yeah.
what really matters.
At the same time, I'm going to keep an eye out, basically being led by these two, to keep an eye out through the area as well for people coming towards us, magic cast, the other taller casters moving around as well, and trying to be careful as possible. Full Metal Gear Solid mode.
Yep. Give me that stealth.
Yeah.
On a 22. So yeah, you guys start
26 because advantage.
Oh, right, 26. I'm sorry. So 26, so 26, 26, and a 23. So yeah, you guys start moving down the center corridor as this group is sort of coming up behind you, sort of doing a methodical search of all of the different little alcoves along the way. Nothing seems to take them off of their sort of very deliberate way that they are searching. And takes about a minute or two being quiet and careful. You guys make it back to your original stall. Iska, you do see them appear. Actually, you don't see them appear. Never mind.
Oh, no, you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're sitting there just looking and listening.
Iska just has the 2x4, just doing this over and over again, just waiting.
Yeah.
Iska,
Right.
we're here.
Unfurls the rope from the
Yeah.
space, and she descends. Are we?
Yeah, and Luna's gonna like immediately like touch her shoulder to make sure she knows we're here. It's us.
Are we going now? Did you find everything?
We found everything that mattered.
We're without it.
And
We're without coin though. We're gonna need you to get in the ring.
Iska, I guess, holds out her hands, like kind of expecting
Yeah.
stuff.
Someone to touch. Yeah, someone to touch her with the ring. And
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
she,
you get your stuff, and
she gets her
that's
stuff, and before you bamf her, she is just like, I am so ready for whatever you need. Get me out the second things go wrong, please, please.
Once we're out, we'll need you to send. No, don't worry. I don't know if you can cast send. Can you send a message?
No, that was just a scroll.
Yeah, that was a scroll.
Oh.
That's not a regular spell.
Oh, okay.
I can do a lot of other cool stuff though.
I know.
If we need you, we will bring you back out.
Thanks, Yuna. Okay, good luck.
Okay. Think.
Ha!
Yeah.
I have to ring again. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I know. Woo. Yeah.
Yeah. Think.
Oh, you're making my book notes for me. Thank you.
Okay. So.
Give the ring to Lear.
How do you guys? Yeah. How do you guys want to? How do you guys want to go out? Like I said, you can go straight across the sort of long rectangular hangar where the walls are collapsed on the far side. You are sort of passing out out into the area that's not under the roof. From what you can see, it seems as though most of the search parties are to your left. To your left, and sort of up to your left and far away. So your clearest path is going to be straight across.
Okay.
Straight
Go
across,
that
using
way.
as much dark areas, and cover as possible, and just slowly, methodically make our way through it all. Yeah.
Since we were a little bit low last time, let's go ahead and get one last stealth check to see
Sure thing.
what we've got as you all are sort of cutting straight across here. Which
Plus
would
10 an advantage.
Yep, Tustin an advantage. 31 for Iskrin, 23 again for
Iskrin is
Luna.
learning from
31.
Celia.
Y'all matching every single time. Look at y'all. And let me
We
just,
are the stealth crew, man. We got
Yeah.
this.
Ishkrin squeezes Celia's hands just a little bit more tighter. As a thank you.
Ooh, what was the totals again?
23, 31, 31.
I am just.
Yeah, woo.
As you guys are going across from about 250 feet away from your left, you hear, "There they are! They're invisible!" As a nat 20 and a 26, you've got they see you. You are still invisible. But what do you guys want to do as one guy, one of these robed figures that you had spotted before, the taller robed figure, begins running and leading a group of about 6 of these guys straight towards you. You are about, like I said, they're about 250 feet to your left. You've got about 150 feet straight in front of you before you get outside through the broken
Question.
walls. Yeah.
Can you, well, I guess it's both of you question. Can Iskrin only teleport with one person?
He can only teleport with one person.
Okay, never mind. That won't work then.
What were you thinking?
Because I was thinking you could teleport. Well, I guess you could teleport with one. Like, there'd be a glitter cloud, but that was our last known position anyway. So there's nothing left if you teleport once. They don't know where your new position is, and we go from there.
Right. So what I'd like to do, squeezing both your hands, I bring your hands together, both Celia and Luna, and at the same time I slip off the spheres ring and put it in your hands, and I say, I'm going to run distraction, get to the exit.
Okay.
Okay.
And with that, do I see like an upper level ledges around anywhere?
No, this is almost 400 or 500 feet tall. Again, it's a giant hangar. There's not a whole lot of there's some catwalks way up, but not close enough, not within 30 feet. They're up at 100 feet in the air.
And are there like made huts? Is it like, or just tents, or is there like buildings in the middle of it? Like, what occupies the middle?
Not much, nothing. It's pretty much big open football, think football field, football stadium-ish.
Right. Okay, so let's create circles of glitter going. Just as distractions.
Okay.
And
So
me and Celia just grab hands.
yep. So let me first get stealth checks from Luna and Celia as you guys run.
Sure.
With the 39 and 25, yeah, you guys keep running, and let me do I'm gonna say it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Yes, that's right. Split the party to thirds.
I need Iskren to roll me two things. I need you to roll me a stealth check, and I need you to roll me an insight check.
All right. Stealth is at advantage, but not plus 10. 19, yay. Insight check. Come on, I'm good at this. 19.
You guys keep running. As this is going on, Iskren, this robed figure keeps tracking you. While he is not following the other ones, he is starting to anticipate where you are. They are now probably within, they're catching up to you. They're about 100 feet away from you, as he is trying to track these bursts of glitter that are coming from an invisible source, as it is not a thing. I need you to do me a stealth and an insight again.
Advantage and the stealth. Good work, dice.
On his 25 wisdom save, he is still tracking you and is getting closer. He is not getting a lot closer as you are randomizing this more and more. They are at this point about. I would say that they've probably closed another 30 feet on you. They're about 70 feet away from you, Iskren. I need you to. Are you going to stick with this plan, or are you switching it up?
Okay. I am going to begin to zigzag, and as soon as I pop over to here, and then I see when I reappear, there's glitter as well, isn't there?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to zigzag and then go into a quick switchback, and then find an alcove that's just to the side, and then duck and roll over towards that alcove and just hold my ground.
So you're basically, okay, so you're going to back, so basically where you left, where you appeared, went back, reappear there. So basically you're double glittering to make it seem like it's not, and then doing a roll. Okay.
Yeah, and then like stealthily rolling and keeping down into the fog, and then subtly moving over towards the side.
Okay.
Keeping invisible, keeping low in the fog, and moving to like some cover.
Okay, as they are getting closer to you, I need you to go ahead and give me that stealth and that dice, man.
Dice hate me now. Oh, I'm going to use the luck dice. No, wait, I use that. Do not fear. Yep.
Yeah. On his nat 20, and on your 22 and 19. They are basically within 30 feet of you. This robed figure is not wanting to is not getting shaken. What are you going to do, Iskrin? They are all but right on top of you. Himself, very close. The rest of his group probably 60 feet away.
Okay. How many of them? Like, what are their races?
The mostly human. From this, again, you are running. You can't. You can. The cleric you can tell is human. Most of the rest of them, you are unable to tell just because of how quickly this is unfolding in front of you.
Okay. Oh God. All right.
You could just start running.
I could just start running. Yeah.
You can start running there, right? They are following your the glitter for 3 in a row. They've been following glitter.
Wonderful. Do I see in the building walls at all within 30 feet any gashes, like any holes in the walls?
Do me an investigation check. You are over on the far wall where there's been a lot of damage. On an 8, you are unable to see anything in your panic. What do you want to do?
I want to keep low and crawl towards the exit, sticking by the ruined side of the building, and just edge away slowly before I get surrounded.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check at advantage as so on a 20. On his 22 perception, this cleric gets right up to you and basically lays his hand down upon you, and he yells out, "Got him!" What do you want to do? It's your move.
Oh, it is. It is. I'm so glad he did that. How far away am I from the exit?
You've been crawling along the edge from where you were. You went into the room. I'd say about 50 feet. 50 feet from where the wall is broken, and where you guys were heading from before, because you sort of triangled around. Yeah, I'd say about 50 feet.
Perfect. No, I can't even do that because I don't have the spell slot left. Damn. 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 Damn.
Motion.
What do you want to do, Iskrin? Come on.
Oh crap! All right. Oh, can I tell? Oh, he can have an opportunity attack, and I'm going to bamf away from him. There's a screw it.
Okay.
Unless he can cast a, he can punch me if he wants, but I'm going to get out of there.
Does an 18 hit your armor class?
It does.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as his mace comes swinging around, and you, as you are, get his opportunity attack and bamf away. I don't believe that invisibles you though, because you still haven't taken an action, correct?
No, I still have not taken an action or cast a spell, but I'd like to use my Misty Escape for taking damage to bamf 60 feet away and still be invisible.
That wouldn't be glitter.
That would work, and there is no glitter with that. So, yeah, there's no roll either, is there? You don't have to roll nothing? Oh, yeah.
He does take damage, and he's got invisibility on, so I will say.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, you took the 7 points of damage. They go running. He goes running to where the glitter is, and basically does a full tackle jump to try to basically tackle and grapple you, and lands flat on the floor. Iskrin, you reappear, but for only one round, right? Or until you move. How does that? Your invisibility and Misty Escape is different than standard, right? Because it's an action. Does it take an action?
Well, the thing is, for Misty Escape, it's like you become invisible for that time. But like, I'm wondering if I'm already invisible, and I'm still focusing on my invisibility.
It doesn't stack. You just
it's invisibility. It's an attack or cast a spell, which you did neither of. You used an ability. No, damn it. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's still invisible.
You're still invisible. Yeah. So you are. I'm sorry.
It is. So he has to make a save.
I do.
Sure.
What's the save?
Just don't roll below a 10.
Concentration check.
Oh, right. Because you took. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't reveal Sylvia and let it.
17. You're fine. You arrive out there. You have no idea where Luna and Celia are, but Iskrin, you, Celia, and Luck and Luna. I'm sorry, Luna and Iska are outside of the building. With that, we are going to take our break real quick and come back to see what our other party's going to do. I guess we could have all done a split session. I was thinking we were going to be out of that a little bit quicker, guys. But I'm going to turn over to Luna for a moment and let her tell you a little bit about our station and what we do here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I will be right back in a moment. And Luna, NNG9.
Thank you, everybody, for joining our stream today. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. This stream is run 100% for charity, and our charities change every month. This month, our charity is the Michael J. Fox Foundation, for Parkinson's Research. If you'd like more information about the site and things you can do, the resources for families and the people directly affected by Parkinson's, please go ahead and click on the purple words in the description. I'll take you to the website. Lots of good information available there. If you choose to donate through our channel, go ahead and click the banner and pick your donation level. And we have a number of different levels that you can donate at for any amount at all. You can add to our spell bank, and at every $100 increment, it increases the level spell we get as a party. And when we decide we want to cash that spell in, then it resets the bank. Or you can do things like for $1, there's the healing die, an advantage, spark inspiration, luck die. I don't think we have any this month only, but our higher tiers are for $50. You can give one of our players a limited use spoon. You'll work directly with Jay to figure out what that is. $25, you can name a background PC and choose their occupation in Falcon's Crest, the place we're getting to now that we've escaped. But yeah, lots of good different levels. But if it's not in the budget or you don't feel inclined, please don't feel pressured to donate. You can do things like share us on social media like Twitter and Facebook. Otherwise, thank you for joining. And everybody's favorite segment, it's time for Bun of the Week.
We're really overselling that.
Are you saying you don't appreciate my art?
Her puns cannot be oversold.
As much as I appreciate my own art.
Some people are just haters. You just gotta shake off the haters. That's another thing to take from the stream. Shake off your haters. They don't matter. What's the difference between a dog and a marine biologist?
What?
One wags a tail, the other tags a whale. You're welcome.
I like that one because it had a dog in it. Oh, I like this actual dog much better. Never mind, forget that pun. Real dog.
Let's see.
So wait, you got a puppy and a kitty?
Yeah. Did you just...
Oh, we've always had the puppy, right?
That before?
We've always had the puppy before.
Yeah, we've always had Luna.
Yeah.
We've always had. You're not a puppy anymore. You're what? A year old? You put a year and a bit.
Aww.
And we have.
I guess people, if you want to learn some stuff, I have a recommendation for a book. Now, it's a bit different today. I normally recommend my fiction books and stuff, or biographies and things. Today, this is an educational book. This is The Principles of Two-Dimensional Design by Wusi, sorry for butchering this man's name, Lucius Wong. Sorry for butchering that name. I would. But it is a very interesting book for anyone looking to be a designer or just works in it in general. It goes over pretty much all the fundamentals of 2D design and pretty much gives you some good groundwork to come from. I've been reading it for myself for my own course, and it has plenty of examples and plenty of stuff out there to sort of get a good grasp on it. Some of the terminology is a bit complicated and you might need a dictionary once or twice, but apart from that, take some notes as you're reading through it, and sort of you might be able to apply it to even art to a degree, as it does go over sort of the basics of composition as well.
Cool. So one thing I do want to check in with the Iska Luna Cilia party. You are outside this hangar. What are you planning on doing? Are you just sitting tight there? Are you trying to make it back to the lift? What would you like to do?
That's a fair question.
Like I said, it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock at night.
4:30, 5 o'clock at night. And there's one last lift that would be coming up.
You know that the last lift comes up at 6.
I think we'd head towards the lift then. Because we know, if that would be my vote. Go ahead and head towards the lift, as opposed to trying to stay in this area. Because we don't know that the rest of the party, the rest of the party knows we've been captured. They have no idea where we've been taken, as far as we know.
Okay.
No, Burton.
You in agreement, Jeanette?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iska, you good? I know
I'm
you're
in the ring,
but
so I
yeah.
can't
No, but
really
you're in the
see
ring,
you.
but still, I mean, as Derek, are you? I mean,
Yeah, that's totally fine.
yeah.
Okay. And Kyle doesn't get a vote.
And Kyle doesn't get a vote. We'll ask him when he gets back.
For the best, truthfully.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys just do me see. I believe that invisibility lasts an hour, right? So
Yeah,
actually,
hour.
yeah, you all are pretty good. I won't even do you need to make a stealth check outside. There's plenty of hiding places, natural surroundings.
If things get dire and we are still waiting and lose that invisibility, Iska does have the Cly Lyre, which one of the spells on that is invisibility, and still a 4th level spell slot saved that I think would get all of us, or we could throw someone.
Yeah, again, you could do the 3 again. So
yeah.
Just by the quick math of it, you know that the 6 p.m. lift doesn't arrive till 8. There are there's some places, hiding places that you could certainly hide in a uninvisible state, but if you wanted to keep it up, you could do it as well, depending on how how twitchy you are about getting caught.
Sure.
Yeah. So at this point, again, we will say you guys are headed back there. It's, as I said, it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock. At this point, we will you guys have already gotten on the lift as of last episode. We had you on the lift with the orcs, with them all underneath. You all are twiddling your thumbs as you're riding up in the lift. So yeah, actually, I am going to go ahead and go. What do you guys... you make it back to the lift. About a 45-minute walk, so you've got a little bit of invisibility left as you arrive there at around 5:30 or so. Let's see, the 3:30... you can't tell, but the 3:30, the lift that came up at 3:30 is already come and gone back down. Do me a perception check as you guys are cutting across, sort of hiding your way along. So perceptions,
Oh dear.
not constitutions, perceptions.
Tall Squall has experienced a connectivity issue.
Which makes me wonder if the street...
Oh yeah, what is going on? Don't know what is going on. Ah.